Yeah, bro, I could say he's not available. Yes, but that availability that we are saying is not available is because we have a very good squad. We don't depend on him anymore. You
So
understand?
okay,
So
okay.
that
Hypothetically, right?
yeah,
If someone brings you, let's say Aston Villa or a Brighton, even a Brentford, 40 million for Smith-Rowe, will you still keep him?
I'll still keep him.
Over 40 million.
Yeah, of course.
Be rational. I understand you like him as a player and as a person. This is time to make the tough decision. You are keeping Smith-Rowe over 40 million. A player that has
Of
shown the
course.
last 2 years that he's not reliable. You're going to keep him.
But I'll still keep him.
FFP is
Because
there.
realistically his
You
injury
can
has
you
always been
can
a
you
recurring
can
injury
reinvest that money and make the squad better.
as a substitution. Because we could also look at him and say he's an Arteta player in terms of versatility. He could play on the wings and especially he could still play on the left-sided midfield. Because even if we're talking about Declan Rice, realistically, Declan Rice doesn't have that. No matter how much people say, oh, that box-to-box guy, he goes, yes, he goes and comes. But there's a technical sense that you see Smith-Rowe in tight games that he will always shine. So
Okay, let me
I
ask
would
you a
look at
question.
it as, yeah,
Does Smith-Rowe make into our first 11 if
at the
everybody's
moment, no.
fit? Does it make
At the
into our
moment,
first
no.
15? Does it make it to our first 15 if everybody's fit?
I say yes.
Like, okay, let's look at it. Because if, let's say, he plays on the left, right? On left
Yeah,
wing or 8. So if
yeah,
Martinelli is not there, Trossard comes in. We know Arteta's hierarchy.
yeah,
If Trossard is not there, Reece Nelson at the moment comes in, not Smith-Rowe.
yeah,
On the 8,
yeah,
either he's playing Kai Havertz there or he's
yeah,
playing Declan Rice there. Sometimes even plays
mm,
Trossard there. So where is the
yeah.
space for Smith-Rowe to gain back the confidence and come and show his supposed technical ability to us to win us back, not the 2 years ago we still have in our head.
Yeah, but if we were to look at it, we'll still look at it and say even some moments when Trossard is fit, even if Arteta is making a change to the left side of midfield, he wouldn't put Trossard there. We've seen that he has tried to play Trossard in those places, especially when he tried to do it in preseason. Then trying to do it in preseason after doing it then, he now decided, okay, fine. He's more suited to the wing. It's not as if he has not played him there. We've seen the inter-switch and interchange between him and Kai, especially at West Ham, work even at Burnley and all these
Okay.
other places. But when we look at Smith-Rowe, if Kai isn't playing on the left-hand side, Smith-Rowe will play there. If Odegaard isn't playing on the right-hand side, Fabio Vieira will play there. So mine, when looking at it, is I'm looking at Smith-Rowe with what he has done. Secondly, now that even Fabio Vieira, we have an idea of what he can do. We saw what he
Okay.
did when he came on for his cameo against Fulham. So we saw that, okay, now this guy had the quality. But unfortunately, he wasn't available to say you can have a momentum or run of form. Look at Kai. Kai didn't start well, started doing things. We started seeing what Kai was doing, even if people were blind or intentionally ignorant towards it. And we could say, yes, Kai now started, because he has been available, all of a sudden, the momentum has shifted, the pendulum has swung in his favor. So I would maybe it's a sentimental part of me that I would love to see if we have the whole squad fit. Because right now, that's what Arsenal has as a situation scenario, regardless of all these, players living in injury scare. We all know those are the tactics to just
Sure.
get the players properly
Back to camp.
rested.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have to look at it properly because if we're looking at it realistically. We look at Kai, his availability. We're not looking at Smith-Rowe. So now that Smith-Rowe is here, I'm not going to sell Smith-Rowe because a player, I don't see many players that have his quality on the market. Some are just
Boy
cheap
is not
imitations.
available. Boy is not available.
Yeah, bro, I could say he's not available. Yes, but that availability that we are saying is not available is because we have a very good squad. We don't depend on him anymore. You
So
understand?
okay,
So
okay.
that,
Hypothetically, right?
yeah.
If someone brings you, let's say Aston Villa or a Brighton, even a Brentford, 40 million for Smith-Rowe, will you still keep him?
I'll still keep him.
Over 40 million.
Yeah, of course.
Be rational. I understand you like him as a player and as a person. This is time to make the tough decision. You are keeping Smith-Rowe over 40 million. A player that has
Of
shown in the
course.
last 2 years that he's not reliable, you're going to keep him.
Bro, still keep him.
FFP is
Because
there.
realistically, his injury has always been a
You
recurring
can
injury.
reinvest that money and make the squad better.
I will beat Bayern in the Champions League and get to semi-final. The money will be bigger.
Over Smith-Rowe.
Over, bro, because realistically, let's be realistic, right? Smith-Rowe has always had these recurring injuries. Who has had it again? Fabio
That is
Vieira.
why
I think
that's why
Partey.
you should sell him and take the money because he's
No,
not
bro, that's
available.
why he did. That's why he did the surgery, so that the injury issue will be, a long forgotten, problem. You understand? That's why he intentionally did the surgery, so that will not be something he complains about. Because we have been hearing, even when he was playing constantly for us, he had been
Yeah,
playing
well,
with the same
that
injury,
was injury. Yeah,
Jesus, the same way. So right now is the time where everybody is doing their surgeries. Get it out of the way. I just want to see a season. That's why I said I'm not taking it, because I want to see a season. If he's fit for a season,
so
that
why
I know,
you see? I understand you said Smith-Rowe is more technical than Fiorentina, but Fiorentina had the same issue. We're so quick to get rid of him. Now you are using technical
no,
ability, even though
no,
he's not
I never
available.
really
So
looked at Tierney. Maybe that was most people.